Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch as we get into, well, not only the back end of the trading week, but actually the back end of the third quarter of the year. We're seeing a few companies that are deciding how to return to work, and we've got Zoom and Ford and companies like General Motors as well that are all trying to tinker with how they're going to start getting employees returning to work when a lot of employees are happy to work remotely. And Zoom has actually announced they're going to adopt a hybrid approach where they're going to actually bring people into work and leave people at home and keep a rotation like that after it is revealed only 1% of staff actually want to return to the office after the remote working is actually, well, beneficial for some people and is actually part of the norm now as well. So, we've heard that the pandemic has actually spurred Zoom's market share to actually increase tenfold over the course of 2020 after obviously many people were working from home. But an employee poll found that more than half of its staff preferred a hybrid approach, with the remainder favouring or already working fully remotely. And it has actually had a knock-on effect to other industries as well. The motor industry, as I just touched upon, Ford and General Motors, especially with Ford, because face masks are required now in the US in these manufacturing sectors, some workers are deciding not even to show up to work, and actually has seen a 20% drop in employees coming into work as well. So it is hitting a big absentee problem, and this is because of the fact that there was agreement with United Auto Workers early in August that face masks will need to be worn again. So that's why there's been a little bit of a boycott in the workforce. And a spokesperson has said when a fifth of your workforce isn't coming in a manufacturing operation where everyone has their job and you don't know who's going to be missing on a daily basis, then it's very difficult to try and get some normalization. So we'll see if that has any knock-on effect to production values in the long term. So looking at Zoom first of all today, what I'm just looking at here is the fact that we're moving down in a lower regard at the moment. I'll just highlight that in red for you. So, we have pierced the Ichimoku cloud now, and now we are trading on the bottom end of the border. So that's very significant because we might not get another move to the upside anytime soon. So with this being said, then, it could be a fact that, we've gone back to white again, it could be a fact that it could be very difficult to penetrate this cloud. We aren't seeing anything in this region of any divergences at the moment on the RSI. There was almost a more of a bearish one there, but prices have come down anyway, so it isn't really a significant factor at the moment. So let's just take a look on the 4-hour chart just to get a better intraday perspective. And again, we are trading vastly below the Ichimoku cloud now, so we are looking for another swing lower, another leg lower, and we could actually be hitting or aiming for these particular periods here, roughly under the 300 mark especially. So if we do drop under this zone, then we could have a lot of bias to the downside as well. So just something to look out for Zoom. It has had profitability very vastly over the course of 2020, but we could be seeing a bit of a sell-off at the moment. Ford, on the other hand, the last time I looked on Ford, I was looking to see if we're going to hit these recent peaks. We've fallen through another trend line that I noted on the previous Stockwatch video, which was the bottom border of the Ichimoku cloud. Now bias seems to be even further on the downside. I keep going back to white for some reason, sorry about that. So now we're looking to see if we're going to be hitting these recent lows. We have seen a pickup in the last few days, but with these recent headlines that are coming out with Ford and also General Motors as well, something to keep an eye out for, then will we see another leg lower? As you can see here, it's more of a trend descension at the moment on the intraday chart. So this could be quite significant as well if we do see prices still tanking quite significantly. So we'll see if that comes into fruition as well. Need to stay above the 11 area though, just to see if we get a bit more impetus to the upside for bulls. For bears, it's looking especially promising. Very, very good bias there to the downside. And again, we are trading below the border of the Ichimoku cloud. So Ichimoku cloud is what I usually use to see what the best entry and exit points are. And obviously, if there is a thin line of resistance with the cloud, then it's easier to penetrate. Just remember that if you are using the cloud as well. So just something to look at, keep an eye out for in the next few trading sessions. So that's all from the Stock Watch today. As usual, any comments or queries, please feel free to add them to the post, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.